Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I am back with another review guys. This time around I'm doing a review for a movie that I just watched. I don't normally do reviews for such films which are science fiction movies. I just had to do this one mostly because I just watch them and move on to the next one because most of the time they are really don't meet the expectation that I expected them to be. So as you already see with the title, guys, this one is Captain America. Uh, it's called Brave New World. It's a 2025 movie. It's all action, guys. So getting into the cast, obviously we all know that from the last Captain America, which was the white guy, they now changed that person to make the main cast to be Sam Wilson. So yes, guys, he's the one who's the new Captain America, which is a black guy. And another person who's acting on this one is Tenders Ross, whom was acting as a president, guys. He was acting as a president. Another person who acted on this one is Seth Volker. Whom we all know him from Breaking Bad. He was really nailing the character, guys. I must say that he's one actor that really show up into this movie, and also the villain that was also being acting on this one was Samuel Staines, and the real name for him is Tim Blake Nelson. He's really nailed the character. Seth Volker is Giancarlo Espacito. I can't really pronounce his name that well, but I know this guy from Breaking Bad as a villain there. He really nailed the character. I think he was Polos or something like that. He was a guy that was having a business, who was the guy was running all the empire for drugs. So here we also see Harrison Ford acting as Tenders Ross, and I must say that this character that he was acting, because as a president, he ended up changing to become this Red Hulk. So I'm not sure for those who really read those comics book if there is a Red Hulk. It was my first time seeing it on this movie, which was showing the evolution of these movies of comics, which is sort of very nice. But I didn't like the fact that like there was no love story here, guys. It was all just action, action. It was action packed, as we already see Sam Wilson in the beginning busy fighting the villain for some things that he was hired by the president to do. But honestly speaking, in the beginning, I really didn't like the fact that all these movies are repeatedly. We all know that you start by fighting for some treasure and then it gets taken away, or some bomb or something like that. So even on this one, it started off like that. And then afterwards, we all see him going to the president and reporting to the president on what was happening, which shows that I mean, Captain America is a movie that is very close to the sort of the White House. Because it's all about America in this movie, guys. So I did like the fact that they mixed black and white nicely, with this guy Giancarlo and also Anthony Mackie as the main character, who's acting as Sam Wilson. So yes, guys, it all became action, action. And I must say, I already said that Samuel Staines was the guy, was the villain, and he made some sort of um, a war between the country America and another country, which was Japan. He wanted them to just bomb each other. I think he had a thing with the president because Tanders Ross had arrested him as the president and made sure that he's arrested for a very long time, guys. And imagine being arrested for some years. I think it was around 20 something years. And he even had a lab in prison. So where he was kept, it was almost like his own prison where he was some sort of alone there in that prison, and it was guarded by the army. So it was more like one of those things that are like classified and things like that, where no one really knows what was happening, whether he's arrested for what, no one knew. So he had a lab and he was doing this thing where he was weaponizing people, getting people to do what he wanted to do, which is very new in these comic movies. We didn't have this big thing that was like flying over the world, about to end the world. We didn't have that. We just had a guy, which was Samuel, as I already said, whom was trying to just overthrow the government, who was trying to just make the president pay. So in the process, he was making everybody else suffer because he was even getting to, because he had a lab, he was even getting to control people's mind and things like that. So that was really nice for me to see in the storyline, guys. Another thing that had really stood out for me is the fact that, like, after after they found him, he, when he met with Sam, he made sure that Sam doesn't do anything by just simply telling him all these speeches that, you know what, you can't touch me, and I have the president under control. So he even went to an extent of having the president under control, guys. And the way that they hide it, I mean, it was just masterclass. I mean, I watched the movie up until almost the end. We didn't know that Tenders Ross can transform. So he was trying to control himself up until when he was almost having a war with another country. That's when we see him getting so much frustrated that he had to break a pipe with his hand. That's when we were like, hold on, what is happening with this president who have so much power? And the way that they hide it, they even made sure that when there was a scare, when where he was even almost got shot, and they ran him away and put him into a bunker. So I mean, they really did a good job by hiding the fact that he was this monster that came out at the end. And also for the fact that they didn't really play too much of this Red Hulk versus Sam Wilson. I think the fight was very good. Sam had to make sure that he take him away from the White House so that not everything gets destroyed, which in the White House, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with when it comes to that. I feel like they just didn't want to or overspend when it comes to all the action, with the White House being destroyed, with everything, the journalists being thrown with things, the chairs flying over. They just had to, Sam had to just take Trenders Ross away from the White House, and then they went to these the trees, under the trees, to say that this is where Tenders Ross used to sit and be with his daughter, which was Betty Ross. So Betty was his daughter, whom he really loved. So we all know that once the Hulk transformed, the only thing that he cared about, something that can calm him down, was something that he really treasure, which is it was his girlfriend on the Hulk. But here they used Betty Ross to play that role to calm him down. So Sam knew about that he knew the weakness of the president because he was very close with the president. So he had to take him there. At first, it didn't work up until they really, really just took him out of it. Then he started shrinking again because we all know, guys, in all these comic movies that have been acted, we all know that nothing beats the Hulk. So every time when he fight with anyone, whether it's Spider-Man, whether it's Superman, no one wins. Even on Iron Man, Iron Man tried, but no one wins with the Hulk. So they all just end up calming him down to say that he must not continue fighting because he destroys anything and everything that he sees. And even here, he was even destroying helicopters and stuff like that. So it was all action, guys. Another thing that I would like to talk about on this movie, because it's really not much, is the fact that the way that they did Samuel Staines, the way that he said by himself, he said that you kept me into this prison and then I was having to use drugs and all that. So he drugged himself basically. His head was not having hair, and I think it's one of those comic characters that for those who do read the books, they do know who Samuel Staines is. So apart from that, it's just the way that maybe the journalists were involved, also the secret service, the way that they were involved when they couldn't know what to do when Thrander's Ross transforms. They didn't know whether do we shoot our president. What do we do now when our own president that we're supposed to be protecting is the one who's fighting against us now? So it was kind of, what do we do? What do we do? Should we do it? Should we kill him? What do we do? But when they just decided to shoot him, the bullets, we all know that they were just bouncing through. So it was like they were doing nothing. So to me, this movie, to be honest with you, it's just a general movie. Apart from the fact that Samuel Staines was controlling bunch of people, also Isaiah Bradley was being controlled as well as the friend of Sam. So it was all about just controlling people, guys. There was no storyline that was can make a person to really be glued on the movie. But I did go through and watch it and manage to finish it because it's just action, and it's not really long. It's 1 hour, almost 2 hours. So it's not one of those movies that are way too long. So which led me not to do also this review to be too long. For those who haven't watched it, just know that the Captain America is out. Compared to other movies like Spider-Man, I think it takes the winner here. Compared to Iron Man takes the winner. I can compare it with bunch of movies because at the end of the day, it's just a comic movie, but it doesn't have the spark. So it can be nice for children to watch because they won't want maybe a romantic story, maybe a sad story. It's just standard, guys. There is no sadness. They don't tap into our emotions on this movie, to be honest. So for that, I think I can give it a 6. Obviously, with all the action and all that, I can give it a 6, to be honest. And nothing further that I can say about this movie, guys. For those who haven't watched it, you can check it out when you don't have anything else to watch. I think that's it for this review. You can subscribe and join the family. We'll keep letting you know of which movies are nice and which ones are boring. We'll meet on the next one, guys. Cheers.